What's going on, y'all? It's your boy Scott and Flows here for your 79th Halas slash. I'm not gonna hold you. Bears game post game report. Bears get another victory, 31-28 over the Pittsburgh Steelers. This is their 8th win in the last 9 games as they continue their hold on first place in the NFC North despite wins from Detroit and Green Bay today over the Giants and the Minnesota Vikings. Caleb Williams, 19-35, 239 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 to DJ Moore, 1 to Colston Loveland. We talked to a lot of people today. I was able to see what C.J. Gardner-Johnson was talking about, Colston Loveland. We had Ben Johnson, Montez Sweat, and also Caleb spoke to the media. Caleb did not look happy after this one. He was irritated about some passes that he probably felt he should have did better on, especially that fumble in the end zone, which gave them a free 7 points. What you think about Caleb's demeanor today and his overall play? I know you had like a comparison you wanted to use.
Right. So I'm going to make a hot take, but 20 years ago in baseball, probably amongst the two most important stats in baseball were ERA and batting average. That's like the holy grail. Like if you don't have any of those in the high 280s or the upper 290s, it's like talking about if you're a good batter or not. Now, of course, we have a lot more stats in baseball: on base percentage, slugging, WAR average, and all those things. So we have a lot to decipher. So now batting average, ERA, is not as important as it used to be. I think the NFL is going towards that same trajectory with completion percentage. This may be a hot take, and it may be because Caleb
Williams.
Nerds
love completion percentage.
Right. It might be because Caleb Williams is the Bears quarterback. I've rooted for the Bears since I was a kid. I covered them for 6 seasons. That it might come out biased. The reason I say that is I've noticed it a lot with quarterbacks this year. We're starting to see 56% completion, 57, but they end up getting like 6-7 touchdowns. And no one is going to say that's a bad performance because you didn't get 60%.
Right.
Because what's happening is players are throwing the ball more than they ever have in the history. Now, obviously, there are the 5,000-yard seasons when quarterbacks are throwing like crazy, but on average, if you have the last couple of years, they're throwing and throwing. Running backs are being less of importance in the run game, and now they have to be able to catch and run like a Jahmyr Gibbs. And because of that, if you're going to throw more, that completion percentage is going to go down. Me and Scott had a conversation in the press box. What QB had a sub-60 completion percentage for their career but was legendary? It's John Elway. John Elway was like a 56, 57 completion percentage. Matter of fact, he only went over 60 twice. Only went over 60 twice. And he's still amongst the greatest quarterbacks of all time. And when it mattered, he turned that shit on.
Yeah.
So I would probably give Caleb's performance 3 TDs, 1935, B+, B+. I wouldn't call it an A.
I'm more in the B- range.
Fair, which is fair. It'd still be above average, still be a good game, but my biggest issue isn't the completion percentage because last week before when they had like 7-8 drops.
The
completion percentage sucked.
It's still completing. Rome got to get better with them drops.
There were at least 5 passes today where I looked at the various players like, you should have had that. Yeah. Rome had 2 in his hand that he either was snatched out of or he didn't complete. Luther Burden had 1 go over. It was high, but you're an NFL receiver. You have to catch it. And there was one where Caleb was trying. As a matter of fact, I think it was like the 2-minute warning when the Bears got the ball.
Yeah.
Rome was coming out over the middle, and for some reason he slowed down to catch it. And even Herb Howard of the Big was like, what are you doing? Run through that pass. If you keep running, you're going to catch it. And so there are some consistency and continuity issues with the Bears wide receivers and the quarterbacks. And if you hear folks yell in the background, if you hear them running, it's just fans on the field who have some like access after. But I say that to say completion percentage isn't the end-all, be-all. Right. And I'm not focusing on completion percentage when I'm grading him as a B+, B-. It's because there was a few that he should not have missed. There was a throw to Cole Kmet who was on the seams, booty butt naked, that he should have had. There was one to DJ Moore. Now, again, I think it was a one-read play, but DJ Moore was up the seams, could have had it. So it was probably 5 passes that Caleb Williams should have made, 5 passes that were just bad by the receivers. So that is 10 of those passes are what you're looking at. So if you add those 10, he's 29-35. We're saying he's having probably one of his greatest games as a pro. So I still think it was a good performance, and I think he really bounced back from that first drive. Matter of fact, I would say he had 3 good quarters of performance. Second, third, and fourth. The only issue is that last drive, he threw one to Rome, he missed it.
Yeah, that third and 8 can't happen.
That third and 8 was just a bad play.
I think what we're seeing, and obviously it's to me, this is a rookie year. Like, I think we're seeing steady improvement from every week. He still had 3 touchdowns. He still had 3 touchdowns.
You can't overlook that.
You can't overlook that. You know, he had some darts to DJ, a real good one to Colston. And I think what you're also seeing is him and Ben together. This is just year 1 of this experiment.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's going to look amazing in year 2 and year 3.
And it's not like Mr. Trubisky and Matt Nagy, which
no,
I enjoyed 2018, but Mr. Trubisky, it never seemed like he's the reason they won.
This is such a different year from 2018. One I would kill to have that defense with this offense.
Oh.
If we had that 2018 defense,
Bears
I'm thinking Super Bowl.
10 games
I'm thinking Super Bowl. If we had that, if you had that 2018 defense.
I mean, the Bears are like number 2, number 3 in total offense in the league. So we're not gonna act like this is a bad offense. It's just inconsistent.
The offense was just so bad. But and so I think what you see that, and it was great play calling by Ben Johnson, which is much better than the last.
It might have been
weeks.
one of his best play calling games. I don't think maybe 1 or 2 plays.
The execution was off, but the plays were actually good.
I mean, even Caleb said this is a good game.
It was a good game plan, and you know, I just really liked what I saw. Like, for the most part, the offense was good. You know, if you got your quarterback who missed some plays, had some accuracy issues, and the offense was just, you know, kind of up and down, and you still scored 31 points.
I heard a British accent, and now I'm wondering, are you an Arsenal fan, sir?
And you see 31 points. That's pretty good off something that you would consider struggle. So I like that. I like the running game. I really don't have no complaints. Are they
top 5 in running too?
They're number 2 in running in the NFL. And I think that also, I just got to give love to the defense, man, because the defense was beat up. No Tremaine Edmonds, who is on IR. No T.J. Edwards, who's still out.
No Noah Sewell.
Noah Sewell. Your entire starting linebacking core is out. Jalen Johnson and Kyler Gordon, even though they practiced all week, were not ready to play. Then you had Tyreek Stevenson get hurt, never came back.
Right.
Ruben Hippolyte got hurt, didn't come back. So you got all these different guys who are out, and they still, you know, found a way. They still found a way to win the game. So I think you got to give them credit for that. And I think it also just shows the brilliance of Dennis Allen.
Right.
Because Dennis Allen found a way to coach a good game. And that's when people say, oh, you can't rely on the turnovers. Like, I get what you're saying in theory. I just disagree because they practice these things.
It's tricky because you could have like 40 turnovers on defense the next year and have 10 the next. You can't rely on.
Well, I mean, for a season, not from a season-to-season basis. Like, cause
you can't rely on it to carry you.
Yeah,
but can you rely on it to give you a boost? I think you can.
Well, I think but what I mean is, I think people are talking about. I think it's a skill more than just luck.
Sure.
That's what I think. I think it's a skill more than luck.
I mean, it's crazy because look at it. We have all backup.
Nashawn Wright is tied for the league in interceptions.
And quiet as kept, Nashawn Wright might have had his best game as a pro.
Government mandated.
The government. Okay, so if those of you who don't follow, it seems like the games with Nashawn Wright, he will just get like destroyed a few plays.
Could have had 2 today.
And then he makes it up with a randomly incredible interception. He should have had 2 interceptions today.
Yeah.
That's another story. But he was reading well. Like, Mason Rudolph thought, okay, this is a banged up secondary. I'm going to try them each time. And it didn't work on Nashawn Wright.
And then you also got to give love to Montez Sweat. You know, we talk a lot about his contract.
You should have had 3 sacks today.
He should have had 3 sacks today, but he's sitting at like almost 8? I think he's at 8 right now?
He is
7.5?
He's at 7.5. He came into the game with 5.5. So this is most with the Bears.
Forced another strip sack.
Recovered it.
He's playing good ball right now. So
also,
we got to give
shout out to Steve's favorite player, Javon Dexter. He tried to pick up that football.
He
tried to pick up that rock and tried to go.
Picking up the fumble, fat dream. That's what he was thinking about. So, I mean, much love to the defense. Now, that is not going to work this Friday. Let's quickly talk about this Friday. Philadelphia Eagles going to Lincoln Financial Field, a place that I feel like we ain't won since 2007. 2007, the Brian Greasy comeback. I don't know how old y'all are. Y'all might not remember that game. I remember the Brian Greasy 97-yard drive to win that football game. I think the last time we went there was at the electric slide game.
Yeah.
No. I was the one before Mitch got sent to God in 2019. So the electric slide game was 2 years before when they won the Super Bowl.
Right.
So this is an Eagles team that's having some problems. The offense is not what it should be. You know, you've got the locker room who can't stand Jalen Hurts right now.
Yeah.
But that defensive line is nasty.
And then they randomly will turn up offense out the blue.
This is going to be a Saquon Barkley game.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be Nick Sirianni is looking, no starting linebackers? Running the rock. That's what we're going to be doing. So I kind of look at heading into that game with house money. Right. And what's your quick thoughts on that before we wrap up?
You have Ruben Hippolyte, DeMarco Jackson, and I don't know how to pronounce his last name, as your starting linebackers. If you think the team of Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, A.J. Brown, and my man's from Bama, Devonta Smith is not going to
friend of the program.
They're not going to take off on you, bro. I don't know. This is going to be a trying time, and it's going to be similar to today. You want to win, you're going to have to just score more than them.
Yeah.
The thing is, the Eagles' defense is very good. The Bears are not.
Caleb's going to have to be quicker because that D line be flying.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes, man. But anyway, it's your boy Scott and Flows here. The full pod will drop later today. It's a short week, so I will be doing an Eagles preview on I'm Not Gonna Hold You. That will drop.
Right.
So look out for that, man. We're about here.
Yes, sir.